This is a page from a textbook that was written for a secondary school classroom. I'd like you to tell the person next to you which school subject you think this textbook was written for. It's a mathematics textbook. Now, here's the interesting question that follows from that. Clearly, somewhere in your mind, you were very confident that this wasn't a mathematics textbook. You didn't consciously think that to yourself because you never considered mathematics. So at some unconscious, inarticulate level, you knew that mathematics textbooks don't look like this. And this turns out to be a very widely shared social imaginary because I've tried this in several countries and it works pretty much the same way the world over. In other words, we've got a shared social imaginary that tells us what a mathematics textbook is supposed to look like. Now, you were wrong, but how did you know that this was not a mathematics textbook? What features of this page tipped you off, said to you, not mathematics, something else? People typically say things like, it's got the wrong title. Chapters in mathematics textbooks are not supposed to be titled like this. They're supposed to be called differential equations or algebra 2, not the Indian Ocean tsunami. People say, interestingly, people often say it doesn't have numbers, which is not true. It does have numbers, but it has the wrong kind of numbers. They're not mathy numbers. In other words, the numbers on this page are being used to name a date, a moment in history. Mathematics is supposed to float above history. It's supposed to exist in this timeless, eternal realm of pure operations. It's not meant to be used to name specific moments in time. People often say the picture's wrong. In fact, people will often say there are human beings, which is quite revealing about how we think about mathematics textbooks. Math books are not supposed to have human beings in them. Or if they do have human beings, they're supposed to be human beings doing engineering or otherwise illustrating some very mathy kind of activity. They're not meant to be human beings running for their lives from a tidal wave. And the text is wrong. It begins with the question, what's a tsunami? And it defines it. Math textbooks don't define words, especially not words for natural phenomena. So everything about this is refusing to trigger your social imaginary of a mathematics textbook. Why would you write a mathematics textbook this way? Well, the group of people who wrote this, who happened to be Christian, were interested in trying to create a different kind of mathematics text. This chapter goes on to ask, can you use mathematics to describe the shape of a wave? Turns out you can. Can you use mathematics to describe the motion of a wave, its acceleration? You can. Well, if you can do those two things, can you predict from starting conditions using mathematics how big the wave's going to get, how fast it's going to go, how far it's going to travel? You can. Oh, so you can use mathematics to build early warning systems to tell us when the wave's going to hit the coast of Thailand? Yeah, you can. So how come so many people died in Thailand and Indonesia in 2004? Was this just a natural catastrophe? Or was there some human responsibility for it, given that we had the mathematical capacity to potentially figure out a little bit earlier what was going to happen? And did the failure to do that have anything to do with these being less developed countries and to do with the way we share resources and expertise?